എല്ലാവരും എടുക്കില്ല പാഠശാല
Get down.
You want to take some photos, Mom? Yes, that's better. Actually, thank you for coming from Kochi.
Okay.
Was it okay on the way? Yeah. So
Right.
no problem with the rain. There is no rain. There was yesterday. And they closed the school, so we were kind of scared that maybe people don't, Anyway, you like it? Yeah. You're also an artist.
It's your song.
It's your song.
Different sector.
Yes.
It's your song.
Yeah, this.
Wow. Take some smell with you.
No, it's just he wants you to take a smell. On the back and smell. Is it like wood? Is it like
Anam, we went to Chala market.
Okay.
We had a formula.
Okay.
We tried.
So, shall I leave my phone with you? is the long gap we are taking.
We need to find a way to sustain this. And then we will also serve some stay here and yeah, like I said, very low key cafe.
There is no cafe here. Take some video. You take some video. It's nice.
The idea was to make a film, which is still happening, right? Still a work in progress. And there was also, we were actually thinking about language and how much it kind of, language has become, English has become the dominant language, right? It kind of, it's become the link language and it's great in many ways, but also the language itself is very oppressive in many ways. Like, so what does it become when, like, oppressive in the sense, like, we were talking about with kids also, like nursery rhymes, right? Like London Bridge is falling down. And what was it? Jack and Jill went up there, Jack fell down. Like this sort of we grow up learning these nursery rhymes of everybody, of this sort of land and space, which is very foreign to us, right? Like it's not us. And what does that mean? Like what happens when one language dominates the world? So he wanted to go mute and stop talking, and also explore what goes beyond language in a way, like what happens there. I think that's in a way. I think in that first week he was writing consciously with this idea of stream of conscious, empty his thoughts sort of thing, and also taking video all the time. And then he also kind of, in a way, like he was writing some words and he wanted to, like how does stones communicate, right? Like what would stones say? We went to this stone place nearby and commissioned this thing. That's why he kind of found this as well, like this material piece. And either, like what he liked also is that the footnote, like these are all marks that happen while doing work like this or something else. Like where they go to install the work in the marks on. So like he kind of grew really attached to it. It was 5th day he was saying, I want this, right? Like isn't it for finally we managed to get it. But
today.
So there was also today, yeah, that's what it was also like his process to observe it was also very stream of conscious. Like he is also like a doer. He can't stop doing things, I think. Like so he kept constantly does things, and it's actually even those who have seen the previous exhibition, Nabil was there during that time and documenting everything, then put it out there. That's also I digress. But part of this thing was also to go out and Parakachi went to Palai market. He wanted to get old books as material to work with, and in a way that's what led to like the encyclopedia works, at which we can maybe go there later. Yeah, and then this was Palat and Richardism. So this idea of serendipity and chance and finding things and matching things, like a lot of like being in the flow, right? Like that sort of nature.
And there is also like a way of reading science, and science is a way of writing language. So we usually write with letters which are signs, and these marks are signs, and the way I think we all kind of worked on this exhibition was also following what was given to us. So not only found material, not only decisions of taking something from Chala market, but also the science of serendipities. So when one thing makes sense with something
science
else,
is
it's a sign.
Definitely.
And then things started making sense together, which not necessarily will make sense to you in the same way, and that is where we actually can meet, where we don't have the same meanings, we don't give the same meanings to things, and we try to remove really this authority of the language and the words that we use, so that we can communicate. Most of the times we don't really communicate we don't understand each other, even when we speak so deeply with words that we understand each other, with the words we understand. So the idea really to go beyond the language is also to follow certain closeness in science, if I can say this. So you might notice things that are kind of interconnected in these rooms, but what it will be beautiful is also that you make your own connections with your own histories and your own collective histories, that they are local and international, whatever makes sense to you in this very moment of your personal life, because that is, I think, where this exhibition will really, communicate what also we experienced, which was really like this communal living together, even if we were in two different houses, with the kids growing together for 2 months, with the smaller one, with the younger one actually starting talking here, which also makes
Wow,
sense
yeah.
in this exhibition. Like we want to go beyond the language, and that the 3 years old start talking properly somehow.
And she talks like Bali's accent.
And now she looks like me like an Italian, so it's like it's so like yeah, this is what I wanted to say. I would say maybe something.
And so when they had also come, we had the previous exhibition on, and I think Aisha came in and walked around and left with some ideas. One was that you saw somebody sitting there, right? Like an idea of somebody sitting there behind the bench, and also I guess you saw the little cobwebs that are around, but she also kind of saw like a spider web, right? Like so this idea of listening to the space and kind of seeing what possibilities that opens up is also kind of how those works kind of materialize. But also there were other things also, like she's been drawing, and so these are also kind of, again with the idea of footnotes, like these are kind of note making, visual note making that she does for works that she wants to try out later. Like I don't know if you want to share any of your ideas, but this was an idea, for example, that she wants to try bars. Like she's been working on the idea of breath, water, air, elements. Like the recent show at Ishava in Dubai was about breath, right? Like air is glass blown structures. And here she wanted to actually fix ice on this and kind of see a net, like put it melt. And they will sketch about like that. So that's how like these drawings also kind of operate. Like she'll suddenly be like, I have an idea that I want to go and draw, and then she draws that, and maybe you can see it in different form and materials later. Let's go there. So actually, since we have a lot of people, maybe it's a good time to get really now, sorry, I'll do this in different. Since we came here also because of the kids and everything, and the time frame that we wanted help to get this exhibition also, and two people have been with Nabil and Aisha from the beginning, it's Jyotika and Nabil. Actually, that's what I wanted to say, like, give me class of dedicated and there for this work. Jyotika, like to take, this is Aisha's leg that was cast, was there and required my help, and we were there to make that happen. So,
yeah, it would have been absolutely impossible.
Yeah, it would have been
without
impossible. And
JK also.
JK also, yeah. Like this is specifically her community. So even here, like, so this, I don't know, did we mention what it is? Can I?
Yeah.
So like there is, so this is something that takes a long time. Like, it's like a very labor intensive work to get that. It's not first go, right? Like to try. How many trials have you done?
No.
Two, three.
Yeah.
Yeah, our details get done. It's like a very slow process that took almost a month. And like not really every day, but it almost took a month. But like it becomes a sort of impression of her body, but also like suppose this material is something that what do you call that?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Protein. It's basically what do you
Dental impressions.
Dental this thing, and after drying it takes about 90 seconds, right?
Yeah. 30.
3 minutes.
Less than 3, yeah.
The quickness of it, right? Like the juxtaposition of that feeling, and also your elbow part on how like registering that part and what it becomes. And it's also a body part that we're very unfamiliar with. And so yeah, that's there's also this is where JK was very helpful. Number actually one of the most
JK can say.
yeah. If it is one of them, like in general, I guess all of you, most of you being finance college students will know that Chala is the place that we keep going to every, like
very often.
constantly. like whoever comes then we say Guru Chala. It's also a place where a lot of material is available for you to get kind of inspiration through materiality. And that's something that Nabil wanted, like the textures that he saw while he was there. He just took assortment of textures and got different kinds to make that. Yeah. And then there's also encyclopedia. What that happens is, I mean, again the images and what it reads, everything is there, but he essentially poured ink on it or dipped it in ink, right? Like the process was just that, and the idea was to kind of
eliminate language.
Eliminate language and also kind of encyclopedia or Sambandhana, it's like something that gives a very deterministic idea of this is knowledge and this is an idea. Where does that idea and knowledge come from, right? Mostly from the West. And that's what kind of, it's also a set of encyclopedias that he found, which he used to kind of erase that. And then he uses our series and he uses our same encyclopedia. It's from 1983, right? Like, so what he says, it probably took him, how long would it take to do one? A minute, but then it took 43 years for that page to become that texture. Our texture uses the back page and the front page of that to also use the same technique, but to read possibilities of what else, right? What beyond language, what can come out of that. So those are those works. And am I giving anything?
A bit.
Yeah, and
Let's take some questions from you.
yeah, and actually I want to stop talking. Until I really choice, like this is also there. What else?
The spider.
Yeah, the web work.
There is a constant sense in this exhibition, if you notice, of contrast in elements that are very light or ideas that are very light, and opposite seems to be very structured, and when it's structured usually is not really fragile, it seems to be steady, or things that instead they should have a lot of weight and instead are very loose. And I think it's a nice contrast, it's a nice concept of contrast, different kind of contrast, where you can look at this, for instance, which is a web, a natural geometry that instead is made by a chain, a silver chain, and the idea is that when you are creating something so intricate and so connected, and then instead when it's a spider web, a real spider web is actually super fragile, like you touch it and it collapses, and how that's work for you in your mind, how that's something that is so now connected, what can it give you? Instead of being fragile, does it make a sense of heaviness or a sense of trap or a sense of, like this is the idea, the ideas that really go around geometries and structures and elements that are very abstract, but they carry so many of these meanings that we would like to avoid, but then necessarily you will read something in it.
So also knowing them personally.
Yeah, we have a lot of
also,
understanding.
like there are many readings to it. Like Aisha was saying, like she doesn't want any one reading to work. I'll share, like since here maybe I can share like also the idea of the body. And so yesterday we were just looking up and noticed that one of the little toes is a bit separate. After like how Nabil was saying also that he. Also, I mean, they've been together for 10 years now, and he also noticed it in Dubai, according to sunset. But basically, she has not
Actually,
three. So the body is actually something that is a constant kind of space for navigation, thinking, and doctors, and he actually like now, since she's in Kerala, she wants to try Ayurveda also. To kind of see how that body and it's also the lifespan of Shanganta thinking also comes into these works, you know. Also with the web, I mean, those who studied art history, Louis Bourgeois, like the spider is always the mother figure, and the web is the family unit, right? Like that's also there. And I don't know, Nabil, is she feeling stuck with you? It could be. So there are readings, right? Like that's also there. I don't want to talk too much. Yeah, I mean, so that's more or less it. I don't know if you guys want to add something or Nabil, I don't know if you want to read. No, probably not. It'll be nice. I was saying that it's like Sabsu is also a former finance college guy who's in Pathshala. I was also in Pathshala, which is a school, photography school in Dhaka. I was there for 4 years. And the thing is, when you go to Bangladesh, is also again the idea of language, right? Like it's a country that fought for its language, like East Pakistan, West Pakistan, and they wanted to impose Urdu, and the country kind of fought for Bangla as a language. I mean, when I was there, I wanted to kind of, I had, like to a sense like that, that you need to know the language, and I managed to pick it up, because these guys are also our neighboring country, neighbors. I thought it'd be nice to also, because his grandfather was also a poet there, just to listen to a poem in Bangla, to hear that sound. I can hold a camera.
I don't have it memorized.
No, you can.
আমরা বাংলা কথা বলতে পারি, ওরা শুনতে পারে।
I don't know. একটা কবিতা বলার পরে ওটা ট্রান্সলেট করতে পারলে এটা ভালো হবে। Just and then we wrap it up. Illa, or one his grandfather's poem, like keep on.
I mean.